Yo, what's up, it's Dominator, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got you guys 5 tips for Arena that I wish I knew before playing. Just before we get into today's video, I just want to say that only around 5% of you guys watching the video right now are actually subscribed. I would be way over 1,000 subs if everyone subscribes, so that's my goal. I'm trying to get 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and I'm posting daily videos, 5 out of 7 of the tips. Thank you guys so much for the support recently, and without any more talking, let's begin. Right, with the intro out of the way, I'll begin on the first tip of collecting the materials. 3 material canisters are located around the map. They are higher risk as some of them are out in the open, but there's always one that is placed near your spawn that will be safe to grab. Now, the reason why I'm suggesting grabbing these cans is if you lose the actual round, you will not be placed at a disadvantage. The materials are a lifesaver that are truly needed. A lot of people don't bother with the mats, as they get mats from kills and winning the round. Even if this does happen, if you grab the mats that are located around the map, you will have a lot more to spend, and so upgrading weapons will be more available. The next tip I have for you guys is to use arena specific legends. If you don't know what I mean by this, I would highly suggest watching my Arena Legends tier list, where I go over the best and worst legends to run in Arena. I know this is a plug, but trust me, there are some names that you will not expect to place where they are. This is due to some of the legends being able to shine in Arena where they lack in BR. Some of the legends that I would suggest running is a Bloodhound, Lifeline and Octane. For me, this gives the team a bit of everything. The Octane can stim and collect the mats, Lifeline is able to res with her drone, keeping her in the fight whilst keeping other people in the game. And Bloodhound, as I rated him one of the best legends. This is due to the fact that having someone who can fight and keep track of the enemy movements at the same time is key for a win. I'm suggesting this as having a legend that doesn't fit your comp can really have a bad effect on the team. If you're good at the game, there are ways to work around this. But if you class yourself as a mediocre player, then having a team comp that works like the one I suggested will be a way to get better at the game and get more wins. The third tip I have for you guys is running weapons that fit most situations. The best combo is using a long range paired with a medium to short. For example, a charge rifle is a great choice to take picks from range, and then having a medium range weapon can allow you to get involved and be safe in any situation that you get yourself into. Within arenas, I also have an arena weapons tier list that you guys will see in the top right hand corner, but you have to use weapons that you're comfortable with, as some of the top weapons, like a wingman, can take time and dedication to use and master to ability to make it viable. And wingman is a great example of this. But as to the medium range, I would suggest something like an R301, because realistically, this can be used at a close range as well as a medium to long. But like I said before, you have to be good with the weapons that you're using, or else you'll be throwing the game away. Linking with the last tip, we have how to approach fights within Arena. The best way to engage within a fight is a long range. If you run the long to be in a loadout that I suggested before, you're able to pick off shield. This allows the enemy to use up and so-called waste all their meds. This should have happened at the very start of the game, and so for the rest of the game you should know that they're low and shouldn't be afraid to push. If you don't have the long range weapon, going for the flank and trying to surprise the enemy is one way to go. But for a case like this, you need the team comp. This also links back to my other tip towards the start of the video. Going for a flank, I would suggest a Valk, Pathfinder and or Horizon. This is due to the movement capabilities that the legends offer, allowing extreme height advantage on the opponent. The best way to approach the fight will still be from the longer range, but that isn't always possible. As long as you get some picks in armor, get people flesh and then push, that is the obvious way to go. For our final tip, I have the Apex Eco. The Eco in Apex Arena is not important as in a game like Valorant, but it is something to keep an eye on. My favourite loadout in Apex Arena is to buy the alternator, upgrade it once, and then buy a Mozam. This does use up creds, but it is worth it if you grab all the mats like I said before. All the tips I discussed today are all linked and can be used together. Making sure that you don't waste your mats when it gets towards the mid part of the game where you're neck and neck and it's not easy to win. You have to save creds at this time as it allows you to assess what's going on, what weapons the enemy are using, This is all for the reason that you can counter them and push them without fear. At this point you're able to upgrade the weapons and make the weapon of your choice OP. If you made it all the way to the end, you're an absolute legend. Don't forget about my long-term goal of 1000 subs by the end of the year. Today's comment shout will be on screen now, and make sure you leave a comment on this video to have a chance to win in my next one. Thank you guys so much for the support recently, and I'll catch you guys in the next one in a bit.